Fury of Lewis is attacked.
What's happening, my friends? It's Cat Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. The Mighty Rise podcast in the building. Salute. 9 p.m. Shutting it down Monday through Thursday, the Mighty Rise podcast. Also 9 p.m. on Fridays, but we got the Angry White Man podcast coming on Fridays. But salute to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cat Sports, The Box Historian. Today, the most avoided fighters in boxing history. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian, bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone doing? It's the Wednesday Hump Day edition of Cat Sports, the Box Historian. Yeah, we're going to talk about some avoided fighters today. It's Wednesday. The show is a suggestion from the chat. You know how we do it on Wednesdays. Brought to you by D Free today from the winning team. Yeah, we got that's Henry. That's Charles Burley from those Murderers Row fighters on the screen there. You know, talking about most avoided fighters of all time. Committing a crime, man. You know, we got all 8 of them, but I could do an entire show on the Murderers Row fighters talking about avoided. So I just grouped all of them in together. We're gonna touch on them and a few others. Archie Moore. You know, Archie Moore fought 16 years before he got a title shot. Now that's avoided. But when he got it, he held it for 10 years because Archie said, it took me 16 years to get this shot. If I get this title up, I may never get another one. So when he got it, he took full advantage of it. Yeah. He was champion for 10 years. You know, the Mongoose, then he became the old Mongoose. Mike Rim in the building. What's up, Mike? And let's talk fashion. Hashtag JBT. Yeah, the Mighty Rise podcast is hashtag JBT also. Everybody knows that. But another fire, let's talk fashion, dropped this morning. We was in there. If you didn't catch it, do the replay thing because you're doing yourselves a disservice. Let's salute, let's talk fashion, hashtag JBT. Great show this morning. Great show this morning. And I think we might have another Let's Talk Fashion coming up Friday. We get a 2 this week. We're going to get 2 of that fire segment. Is it fashion or is it clashing too? Okay. So that's something to look forward to Friday. Yeah. But today on Cast Sports, we're going to talk about the most avoided fighters. We got like 4 current fighters in there too, you know. Demetrius Andrade is one of them. Triple G. Earlier, Triple G was avoided during his career. Yep. And Triple G did some avoiding too. He was avoided and he did some avoiding. But later on in the show, I think we're still going to have a little time left after the most avoided fighters segment. We're going to talk about some of the top trilogies of all time. And then if we have some more time, we're going to talk about some of the top switch hitters of all time. So a big show in boxing history today. Yep, on Cast Sports, the Box Story. We still got those 4 cards coming up this weekend. Yep. Got quite a few female fights going on this weekend. Yeah, I think the big one of the weekend is going to be it's Sandy Ryan and Michaela Mayer. That's for Sandy Ryan. I think it's a WBA lightweight. Well, no, welterweight strap. Which Michaela Mayer was a champion at welterweight at one time, I believe. Big Supreme. Hashtag AMC FSG in the building. What's up, Big Supreme? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the fire input you had in the chat the other day. Yeah, that was fire. I really appreciate that. Yeah. You get other people going in it. Big Supreme, hashtag AMC FSG. Very knowledgeable boxing person there, man. Salute. Yeah, today is the hump day. The most avoided fighters. Well, Wednesdays we usually take a suggestion from the chat, and it was from D Free. Yeah, Shakur is in there, Big Supreme. Told you, great minds think alike. I got Shakur. I got 4 from this era. Shakur Stevenson is definitely one of them. He chased Oscar Valdez through 2 weight classes, remember? Before he got him in the ring. Pitbull straight up said, I ain't fighting him. Well, Pitbull's team, his father or somebody, said they wasn't chasing Shakur around the ring. So yeah, Big Supreme. I got Shakur in here, man. Talking about avoided fighters. Got like 4 from the current era. Got like 12 altogether. 4 of them still fighting now. Yeah. Is Triple G still fighting? Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT in the building. What's up, T Hill? Yeah, we're gonna get some link time today. Yeah, that what was yesterday? I forgot already. Told you about what was yesterday. Oh, most significant figures in boxing and some of the big years. Some of the bigger fights. We looked at some years yesterday, and man, almost the whole show didn't get the link in there. We're gonna get some link time today. I'm gonna make sure. What's up, T Hill? Hashtag JBT. Just Do Boxing is in here. What's up, Just Do? Just Do is coming up at 4 p.m. You know how he does it over there, man. I don't have to talk about Just Do. Everybody knows that balanced, unbiased boxing talk, man. He got the perfect name because everybody gets their Just Do over there on Just Do. You know, everything going on in boxing today. Both sides of every equation, man. You know, we got something fire coming up today. That's at 4 p.m. Part of that Fire JBT network. Just Do Boxing. And the legendary Thomas Hill. Yep. He always comes up and helps me close the show out. That's become like a regular segment of the show. Like the last 30 minutes, me and Thomas Hill chopping it up. Missed that yesterday. I didn't know that was going to run so long. He ran almost until about almost 250, no, 350, 355. It was almost time for Just Do. I know if me and T Hill had got started, it probably would have been like 4:30, 5 o'clock. If we started that late, by the time we got finished chopped it up, the way we chopped it up, then we're going to get it today. Yep. Yeah. But the JBT network is on fire, man. Let me run through that lineup real quick. Might as well. 6:30, VVO Boxing TV, featuring Crush the Legend from the Winning Team, another fire organization in these YouTube streets. Crush the Legend is spitting fire in the mornings at 6:30, man. Like he says, get your coffee and donuts over there. And then at 8 p.m., J Hardcore opens up the Hangout, and we go hang in there for a couple of hours. Then we've been getting the Casuals Corner at 12 p.m. Ant McQueen breaking down boxing. You have not watched the fight until you watch one after the Casuals Corner breakdown. I promise you haven't. I've been watching boxing since the 80s, and once I watched Ant McQueen and Thomas Hill break down that boxing on Casuals Corner, I started seeing things happening that I hadn't seen in 40 years, man. I didn't even know what's going on and why they doing some of the things they do in that ring. Yeah, Casuals Corner. Coming on at 12 p.m. And then at 2 o'clock, it's Cash Sports bringing you all that boxing history. Okay? Then, I ain't finished. 4 p.m., Just Do Boxing. Bringing you that balanced, unbiased boxing talk. You know, he got the perfect name. Just Do Boxing. I don't know how he came up with it, but he came up with the perfect name. Everybody gets to Just Do over there. 4 p.m. And then, still ain't finished. 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, it's VVO Boxing TV putting it down. And he has D Free in there with him, prize fighter. T Hill over there, Crush the Legend comes in there. And you get some fire boxing talk. Then at 9 p.m., we close it down Monday through Thursday with the Mighty Rise podcast, man. You got Senior Coach Squeeze. And then you got both of Devontae Tank Davis coaches will be in there. You know, not being interviewed, chopping up with the chat. Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis. I told y'all one day, you're going to see the face of boxing himself in there on the Rise podcast. Watch. You're going to go in there one day, the face of boxing going to be sitting up in there. I'm talking about that monster from Baltimore. You're going to take Tank Davis. Okay? That's how we close it down on Monday through Thursday. But Fridays is a special day. You know, Wednesday, Let's Talk Fashion. Came on this morning at 10 a.m. He got that fire. Is it fashion or is it clashing? Okay. And Friday, I'm burning up just getting ready to talk about Fridays. You know, the usual lineup, but then we've been getting another Let's Talk Fashion at 10 a.m. Fridays. And then on Fridays at 8 p.m., Jay Hardcore spins the block and opens the hangout back up at 8 p.m. for the Friday night hangout. And please buckle your seatbelts in there. Drinking, smoking, whatever. BYOW, bring your own whatever. And the Friday night hangout got robbed one time by JBT's own BN Boxing. I don't know what was up with him. Came in there with a mask on, man. Yeah. So yeah, that Friday night hangout is something, man. 8 p.m. And then, the Mighty Rise podcast at 9 again. But on Fridays, we shut it down with the Angry White Men. D1 and William Old School of Rant, man. And they both angry. They white and they angry men. So the Angry White Men podcast. And they came on the scene and took off like a rocket ship going into outer space. And they still up there in the stratosphere, man. A fire podcast. William Old School of Rant and D1. That's how the JBT is putting it down, man. And got some possible fire new shows coming in. We got Ryan Frazier is tentatively joining the lineup. Boxing Talk up north, Ryan Frazier out of Canada. That will be a wonderful addition to the team. So we're looking forward to that. Okay? And we got these 4 cards coming up this weekend. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more in the building. What's up, Bruce Gas? Bruce Gas, a very knowledgeable boxing guy. Knows his history too. Because that's where the boxtorian goes to get his history. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute, Bruce Gas. A good brother too, man. Yep. Solid. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute. Okay. And today is some of the most avoided fighters in boxing, because I know I'm gonna miss somebody. And all these knowledgeable boxing people in the chat, I know they're gonna let me know who I missed too. Like Big Supreme. No, you're gonna put it in there. Salute Big Supreme. But I got about 12 of them. I'm not gonna say all of the most avoided. 12 of the most avoided fighters in boxing history. Yeah. And yeah, I welcome it. Ones that any of y'all can think of, put it in the chat. Is it in there? Put it in the chat. Yeah, one time I made that say it famous. Being boxing news pissed me off when they talking about Tank Duck Loma. I came in there on fire, man. I told him, put it in the chat. And now look what happened. Loma wasn't in the mood. So who ducked who? Man, come on. Who ducked who? I ain't never heard Tank say he wasn't in no mood to fight nobody. Loma not in the mood, man. He's not in the mood to fight. He's not in the mood to go to sleep. But salute. I appreciate everybody rocking with me today. We're going to start in like 5 minutes, okay? I always make a little small talk till about 2:30. Used to wait on Lonnie, but I haven't seen Lonnie in a couple of weeks. But Jay said he was okay because he's doing some other things, Like I've been saying, we some of us so wrapped up in this boxing, we forget other people got lives other than this boxing. Because I get up in the morning, and all the thing I'm thinking about is boxing. I love it, man. Let's what we got coming up this weekend? We got 4 cards. Is this the Pro Box week? I believe it is. So tonight should be Pro Box. I usually have a little preview on that, but man, it's hard to pull up that Pro Box. God damn. Like pulling your own teeth out. Damn. But I believe it is Pro Box week, right? Yeah, every other week. And we got 4 cards this weekend. A lot of women's fight. Right now in 2024, women's boxing is about as popular as it's ever been, man. And they starting to get paid too. Get over there with Jake. Jake been giving them 12 rounds too. 3 minutes, 12 rounds. The last card Jake had, he had a prospect fight. It was 4 rounds, but guess what? It was 3 minutes, 4 rounds. So yeah, the ladies want the 3 minutes. Get over there with Jake Paul. Jake is, I don't agree too much with him boxing, because he's fighting MMA guys, old MMA guys. But as a promoter, Jake is doing his thing, man. Yeah, he is doing his thing big time. Yes, he is. And we got this raffle coming up. Jarrell Hattie in the building. when Colbert fights. I think is it next weekend? I know he got one coming up. Let's talk fashion. We'll find out in a minute. I was just getting ready to touch on what we got coming. Jarrell Hattie in the building. What's up, Jarrell? Salute. Oh, wait a minute. Big Supreme. I got to give Big Supreme a wrench. The knowledgeable boxing guy like that don't have a wrench. They should call the police on me, man. Let's see. Ed is moderator. Okay. I think you're a moderator now, Big Supreme. Yeah. Big Supreme, hashtag AMCFSG. Yeah, okay. Salute Jarrell Hattie. I make everybody a moderator. It's my channel. Okay. And you know, I don't just make anybody a moderator though. I make everybody that's deserving of it. But let's see, anybody know when Chris Colbert is fighting? I know it's coming up. I think it might be next weekend. But this weekend we got like 3 or 4 women's fights on the schedule. We got the veteran Delphine Persoon is fighting Alicia Baumgartner. Don't sleep on the veteran. Delphine Persoon been doing it for a minute, man. I'm talking about. She came in right around the time Layla Ali, and Ann Woodford, all them was going on. Yeah. So, and you know, she fought Katie Taylor a few years back. Katie got the nod, but I thought Delphine pulled that out. Anybody see that? That was way back, a few years ago. I thought Delphine beat Katie, but they was trying to build Katie then. And if you have a close fight with her, Katie's getting the nod. You know how boxing is. You gotta overwhelmingly beat somebody like that they trying to build and make a big name. They see dollar sign. You know how boxing is. Follow the money. It's sad, but that's how it is, man. I done seen so many robberies. Like me and T Hill go back and forth on this one. I thought O'Shaquie and Kensacia was a robbery. T Hill said thinks it wasn't, but the good thing about it though, we're gonna get it again. O'Shaquie already said they don't even have to assign no judges to that fight because they're not gonna need no judges. Okay, Shaq said he is not leaving it up to the judges. You don't even need judges. Okay. What he might have to do after what happened last time. They robbed him. Yeah, they robbed him, T Hill. But yeah, we got Friday again. We had like 3 last Friday. We got from New York, Sandy Ryan and Michaela Mayer. That's probably the big one of the weekend. That's Mariah's WBO Women's Welterweight title. I think Mailer had one of the titles at welterweight at one time. That's the card that Xander Zayas is on. That's a good card. Shushu is on it. Yep. Elvis Rodriguez back in there. Rohan Polanco. Vito Melnicki. Tiger Johnson. And that's Godfather. Remember yesterday, the most significant figures in boxing history? Godfather was top 5. Love him or hate him. He has been great for our sport, man. He's been giving us big fights since 1973. In 2024, still giving us big fights, man. To love him or hate him, the Godfather is a very significant figure in boxing. Has been for over 50 years. Floyd Diaz, that's a great card. And we got one from Fayetteville, Georgia tomorrow, too. No Let's Talk Fashion. Chris wasn't on that one. That's Alicia Baumgartner versus the veteran, Delphine Persoon. Don't sleep on Persoon. She might lift that WBC Women's Junior Lightweight title up off of Alicia. Okay? And then I'm going to be talking trash next week. If Delphine wins, y'all ain't going to be able to bear me. But I'm telling y'all, man, don't think that's no foregone conclusion that Alicia going to win that one. Okay? And we got like 3 women's fights on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. But then we got 2 cards Saturday too. I'm trying to see when which Colbert fights. Rhiannon Dixon versus Terry Harper. We got another women headline in that one. Saturday from Sheffield, England. That's for Dixon's WBO Women's Lightweight title. Okay. And then we got another one Saturday from Miami, Florida. I can't pronounce neither one of them names, so I'm not even going to try. But it's still on Saturday, trust me. I still don't see Chris Colbert. I thought he had one coming up too. Very interesting. Then we're going to get started with today's show. So let's talk fashion. I'm the type of person when I get on something, I got to find out. I got to go through the end of the year. I don't see him. Anybody know? I had seen Colbert's name in a fight coming up on one of these cards. I don't know when it is. Is it the card that Shakira was on? Riyadh season? Yeah, that's October 12th. But let's get ready to get started. But first, let's see what Big Dre talking about. Tell you about how you can win some fantastic prizes, man. I mean, some fantastic prizes. 3 of them. You know, $10. You can get 3 tickets for $25, and you can win all 3 prizes. But wait a minute, let me let Big Dre tell y'all. It's our spokesperson. That's his job. Okay? I'm gonna let Big Dre do his job. Here we go. We're gonna get started.
Raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Konichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel.
Hitting buttons. Damn.
As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Yep, that's all you got to do. The drawing is coming up. What is it, like 2 weeks now? Something like that, because it's October 12th. It's the same day as the Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol fight, right? And the JBT channels are going to do a joint show on that day. That's when the drawing will be. And it's not going to be the old-fashioned way drawing names out of a hat. And it came up with some kind of technological. I don't know nothing about it. I'll just be in there watching for that, right? I'm going to sit back and not say nothing while that's going on. If it was me, I would have to write. But I'm glad I don't have to write all those names down and cut them up and put them in a hat and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. We got a fire technological team. Remo and Aunt McQueen and Horry Finks. So they came up with something. But it's October 12th. And if I could get in it, I would get the block of 25, man, because, yeah, one person can win all 3 of them. Walk away with all 3 of those prizes for $25. Damn. Can't beat that. A Apple 10th generation iPad. Them fire Konichi Bear headphones. Now, if I was won first place, I would say I'm first place. Can I pick out of the 3 prizes? Now, the air fryer and the iPad is nice, but I would want them headphones, man. And, you know, whoever wins the headphones, like I was saying, can you wait like 2 or 3 weeks? Because I might have to use them for a couple of days. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, we're going to tell them straight out to you. I'm going to buy me a pair. Okay. And Konichi Bear is a proud sponsor of the JBT, too. Okay. So let's get ready to get started. 3:33. I'm superstitious. Gotta say 3:30 before I start. Something might go bad if I start before. But it's 3:33. It's safe. The most avoided fighters in boxing. Some of the most avoided fighters. I know I'm not gonna get all of them. Okay? I know all these knowledgeable people in the chat gonna put something in there and say, Cass, you missed so and so. But like Big Supreme said, I got Shakur on there. Shakur Stevenson, he is on there. He was avoided bad. Like I said, he had to chase Oscar Valdez through 2 weight classes to get him in the ring. And once he got him in the ring, we saw why Oscar ran. We saw why. Because Oscar didn't stand a chance, man. That's why Pitbull's team straight up said they're not fighting Shakur. We don't want to chase him around the ring. No, you might have went to sleep. Shakur can get people out of there. I don't know where they came up with this boring stuff from. The man has been a champion in every weight class he's been in. You know, all he's done is won. How's that boring? I know if that's boring, I know a lot of other fighters in boxing would love to be boring then. 3-division champion, undefeated. Let me be boring. Shit. With all that success, call me boring. You know what I mean? But let me get off of that. Shakur, one of my favorite fighters, but when him and Tank fight, man, oh man, that's gonna be bad. Because I love both of them, man. I'm gonna have to go with Tank though, because that's my home guy, man. I'm gonna have to go with that monster from Baltimore on that. You know. Okay. The most avoided fighters in boxing history. Let's go with today's show. I gotta get some stuff out of the way. Anybody come in? No? Okay. I see people coming in, but we got some voyeurs. But it's all good. Just hit the like button, subscribe, support the grind. Cost you nothing. But hey, if you got some extra cash, hit that $CAS2878. All capital letters, It's all appreciated. I was monetized for like 3 weeks and then they took it. I don't know why. They didn't even tell me why. But I think I get it back in November. Is it back down there? No. I think I'm getting it back in November. Yeah. I got monetized for 3 weeks and they snatched it from me. But it's still all good. I ain't mad. Still got all my loyal supporters coming in here listening to me. Okay. Now, this today is the most avoided fighters, some of the most avoided fighters in boxing history. Now, in the sport of boxing, some fighters, more than others, are avoided by their contemporaries due to their fighting style or intimidating aura. And unfortunately, many of these fighters are robbed of potential super fights in their primes. Okay? Like I said, these fighters are talented and their styles make them a difficult matchup, right? And difficult to defend against. And another reason they are avoided is because of the balance of risk or reward, they give to some fighters. Like, is it worth fighting them? If I lose, it's gonna look real bad. If I win, I'm not really gonna gain anything, so yeah. But that's what we're gonna be talking about, so let's get started. We're gonna start out with the Murderous Road fighters. Because I told you I could do an entire show on Murderous Road, talking about avoided fighters, 8 of them. Yep. The Murderous Road. And we're gonna have a little time at the end. We are going to touch on we're gonna talk about some of the greatest trilogies in boxing, and more time talking about some of the greatest southpaws, but it should be about link time by then. Melanin Queen 27 in the building. Okay. The best moderator in the history of moderators. I ain't gotta say no more, just watch as the show goes on. Melanin Queen will keep you informed of everything going on in this great JBT. Okay? Salute Melanin Queen 27. Hope your day is going great. Okay. First, we're going to talk about the Murderers Row group. Talking about aborted fighters. You don't put Murderers Row, I'm calling the police on you. Now, throughout much of the 1940s, 8 African-American boxers named was Charles Burley. That's Charles right there, okay? There was Eddie Booker. Change thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. It was Eddie Booker. Here's Eddie. There was Jack Chase. There was 8 of them. Jack Chase. There's Jack Chase. The Coco Kid. His name was Lewis. His real name was Lewis Hargrove. So that's not Charles Burley. 2 different people. They like to spit in images of each other. Burt Lytell. Lloyd Marshall. Yeah, I couldn't find a picture of Evan Wade. I don't know why. I tried. Okay. Couldn't find a picture of Evan Wade. But just to fill in the space. There's Evan Wade. And Holman Williams. There's Holman. The 8 Murderers Row people. Fighters. And these fighters were heavily avoided by many other prominent boxers of that era, including Sugar Ray Robinson himself, Mr. Pound for Pound himself, ducked Charles Burley. Didn't want nothing to do with him. And Sugar Ray Robinson's manager admitted it. He kept him away from Sugar Ray. You can't blame the manager. Sugar Ray is the fighter, right? Tell your manager you want to get in there with him. Custer Amato kept Floyd Patterson away from Sonny Liston for years. And Custer Amato finally Floyd Patterson finally replaced Custer Amato and fought Sonny Liston. Okay, so Sugar Ray could have did that, but he didn't want to fight Charlie Burley neither. Yeah, even the great Sugar Ray Robinson. 6 of these Murderers Row fighters never received title shots because of corrupt management and oftentimes their skin color. Instead, they had to fight each other, okay, just to stay active and make money. From the sport, they had to fight each other. There was some fighters that would fight them. Archie Moore fought like 4 or 5 of them. Okay, Archie's on this list too, by the way. Aborted fighters. Yes, he is. Told you about Archie, but we're going to get into it very shortly. Now, Lloyd Marshall, Coco Kid, Eddie Booker, and Charles Burley were eventually inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame, okay? Without even getting title shots. That's how good they were, okay? And the only title holders out of the group were Jack Chase, who held the California State Heavyweight title, and middleweight California State Heavyweight title and middleweight belts, and Eddie Booker. He had held the California middleweight title, and he lost his title to Jack Chase, another Murderers Row fighters. None of them ever held any kind of major titles because around that time the major titles were the NBA and the New York State Athletic Commission. We didn't have no well, NBA turned into the WBA, but WBC, IBF, WBO weren't around. But yeah, the Murderers Row fighters, highly ducked, 8 of them. I could make an entire show out of them talking about aborted fighters. Okay. Next, it's Sam Langford. We back a ways starting out. Sam Langford was highly avoided. Okay. Jack Johnson himself avoided Sam Langford. Now, Sam Langford was a feared and avoided fighter throughout his career. Okay. The renowned champion Jack Dempsey refused to fight Sam Langford. When Jack was a young boxer in 1960, he refused to fight Sam Langford, okay? Just said he wasn't doing it. Jack Dempsey would do that. If he didn't want to fight you, he would say it. Like Harry Wills, another fighter, Jack Dempsey avoided him. Okay. Harry Wills could have very easily been on this list, but couldn't get everybody. You know what I mean? You know, let me know in the chat anybody that feel that I missed. You know. Okay. Oh, you're very welcome, Melanie Queen. You deserve it. I'm just giving you your flowers. I'm just telling the truth. Okay. Now, your Jack Dempsey refused to fight Langford. Okay. Now, some boxers were afraid to fight Langford, including one who said, admitted I was afraid of Sam Langford. I wouldn't fight him because I knew he could flatten me, right? You know, it didn't give his name, but one boxer actually said that. I was afraid of Sam Langford because I knew if I fought him, he would flatten me. Okay? What's up, Al Booger? In the building? Salute. We just started, Al Booger. We talked about the Murderers Row group, you know, put them all together. And Sam Langford is just the second one, yeah. Most avoided fighters of all time, Luke A.D. Now, Langford was a Canadian boxer who fought from lightweight to heavyweight. That's a long range. But back then, they only had 8 weight classes. We didn't have the tweeners, you know, the juniors and the supers. And Langford that's still a wide range, lightweight to heavyweight. Wow. And he had a 23-year career, beating many champions, the ones that were getting there with him. He was known as the Boston Tar Baby. They're them fighting words then. You would have to get in the ring and call me the Boston Tar Baby. That's a street fight category there. He was called the Boston Terror and the Boston Bone Crusher. Now, I like that one, the Boston Bone Crusher. Langford was inducted into the Ring Boxing Hall of Fame in 1955 and the International Boxing Hall of Fame in the inaugural year into the Old Timers category in 1990. Now, Langford was blind in his left eye, and he lost vision in his right eye in one fight. He was banned from boxing in 1926 due to being so battered in a fight that he was unable to find his way back to his corner, you know, and that was due to not being able to see, okay? Yeah, he was banned in 1926, but Sam Langford, one of the most avoided fighters of all time, okay? Let's move on. Next is Ezzard Charles. We're gonna get up toward this area eventually. It is Ezzard. Yeah, Ezzard Charles was a very avoided fighter. The Ezzard Charles at light heavyweight is among the most avoided fighters in boxing history. He is widely considered the best light heavyweight of all time. And that guy Johnny was talking about whoever wins between Bivol and Beterbiev going to be the greatest light heavyweight of all time. Ezzard Charles, Archie Moore, Harry Grieve, Michael Spinks, Bob Foster. Beterbiev and Bivol will not even be top 5, man. Come on. That guy Johnny be saying some ridiculous stuff, man. Neither one of them will ever be, they'll probably be top 10, but Bivol and Beterbiev not even top 5 when you're talking about greatest light heavyweights, man. Come on, it's just what it is, okay? Not even top 5. Yeah, Charles is widely considered the best light heavyweight of all time, but he never had a title fight in that division, okay? The title holders avoided him so thoroughly. He had to move up in weight, had to go to heavyweight, you know, to get fights, get people to fight him, had to go up. That's how bad he was avoided. And guess what? He went to heavyweight and won the title. Defended it several times, right? So, you know, if he went up to heavyweight and beat the big guys, he could have easily won the title at light heavyweight, but he never got the chance. Charles is the consensus best light heavyweight of all time. would have wiped the floor with Bivol or Beterbiev. Okay, I'll go on the record and say that right now. Would have probably stopped either one of them. Prime versus prime. You're gonna find out on one of those fantasy matchup Mondays that I do. Ezra Charles gonna be up. He's gonna get Beterbiev and Bivol, and I'm gonna tell you just why. I don't just tell you who wins. I tell you why. Okay, so tune in Mondays. Fantasy matchup Mondays. Every Monday we got a fighter going up against 20 other fighters from different areas. Okay. Yeah, and he's considered the best light heavyweight of all time, who never got a shot at the title. He was known as the Cincinnati Cobra. He was a master boxer of extraordinary skill and ability. He had speed, agility, fast hands, and excellent footwork. He possessed a masterful jab and was a superb combination puncher. Okay? He was at his peak at light heavyweight. Charles competed for 19 years professionally, from 1940 to 1959, compiling a record of 95 wins, 25 losses, 1 draw, and 52 knockouts in 121 total fights. And he had all those losses because, you know, he had to fight at heavyweight. Now, if he'd have stayed got the fights at light heavyweight, he wouldn't have had nowhere near that many losses. But the man had to go up. And he was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in the inaugural year into the old timers category in 1990. Ezra Charles. Okay? I don't want to miss anybody. We have Old School Rant in the building. What's up, Old School? And what is that? Oh, Alonso Amazing is back. What's up, Alonso Amazing? Good to see you today. Alonso Amazing, salute. And William Old School Rant is in the building. What's up, Old School? Old School is one half of those angry white men. Okay? And you don't have to ever worry about Old School finding something to be angry about, because Old School is angry about every damn thing. Okay? Friday at 10 p.m. We're Old School Rant and D1, the angry white men. That's how we shut it down on Fridays. But salute. Alonso Amazing and Old School. Okay, after Ezra Charles comes, damn, Old School, you made me lose my place. Damn. Ezra Charles. Yeah. Ezra Charles was 3, right? 4 is Sonny Liston. No, Archie Moore. Archie Moore. The Mongoose / Old Mongoose. There he is. Archie Moore. He fought so long, his nickname was the Mongoose. They had to start calling him the Old Mongoose. Man fought like damn near 30 years in the ring. And he was avoided, Archie Moore. Archie had about 50 likes by now. But they getting up there. Now, Archie Moore was considered too formidable by many middleweights and light heavyweight champions who avoided fighting him for many years. Now, Moore turned professional in 1935 and competed for 16 years before getting his first title shot in 1952. 16 years. He went through the entire decade of the 40s, never got a title shot, man. Now, when he finally got that title shot in 16 years, he won that fight, and he held the title at light heavyweight for 10 consecutive years until 1962. Because Archie said, I'm not losing this anytime soon because it took me so long to get it. I'll probably never get another shot. So it took him, he was almost 40 years old. I think he was 39, almost 40 years old when he got his title shot. Started like 23, 24, right? But he finally got it, and he made the most of his opportunity and won it, held it 10 years. Now, during the years he was avoided, he publicly complained that no world champion would risk fighting him. Yes, he went public with it. Just think if they would have had social media back then, Archie probably would have been all over. Now, Moore's career spanned over 27 years. From 1936 to 1963, this man fought in 4 decades. 36, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Including, he had 220 total fights, 186 wins, 23 losses, 10 draws, 1 no contest, and get this, his 132 career knockouts are number 2 all time. And that will never be broken. He will always be number 2 because nobody is even going to fight 132 times anymore. So that record is safe. I think the most is 136. That's one of those records that will never be broken. Who's even going to fight 136 times anymore? But Archie Moore had 132. He's 132 and in second place. That's crazy. Now, Archie was known as the Mongoose, and later in his career, he was known as the Old Mongoose. He fought that long, right? He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame also in the inaugural class in 1990 into the old timers category. The Mongoose / Old Mongoose, Archie Moore. Now I know damn well that laptop ain't right, 255. I only been on here 10 minutes, man. Wow. But the phone say 255 too, so I guess that's right. Okay, next is Sonny Liston. Okay, Sonny was awarded this, Sonny. Yeah. The Big Bear. All he called him the Big Ugly Bear, but his nickname was the Big Bear. Okay. Now, Sonny Liston was considered one of the most intimidating fighters in the world, right? And many were reluctant. I keep losing my place. And many were reluctant to face it, okay? Many say he was the most avoided boxer in the history of the sport. Some boxing writers thought Liston, he could be damaging to boxing because he could not be beaten, right? He was unbeatable. That's what some boxing writers thought about him, And former boxer Henry Cooper, who was a British heavyweight champion, flat out stated he would never get in the ring with Sonny Liston. This guy was a British champion, British heavyweight champion, and he straight up said, I ain't getting in the ring with Sonny, okay? According to boxing publications, Fight City and Ring Magazine, Liston was the scariest, most feared, and most avoided fighter in history. Boxing promoter Harold Conrad said Liston was more ferocious and more indestructible than Mike Tyson. And legendary trainer Cus D'Amato, he kept former world heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson away from Sonny Liston for years. And when Patterson finally demanded the fight and got in the ring with Liston, we saw exactly why Cus D'Amato kept Floyd away from him. Sonny knocked Floyd Patterson out in the first round in back-to-back fights. Okay? So Cus knew what he was doing by keeping Floyd away from Sonny. Sonny knocked him out in the first round, back-to-back fights. Okay? Now, Liston was known for his punching power, long reach, and aggression. He had an 84-inch reach, 84 inches, and it required custom-made boxing gloves to fit his 15-inch hand. They had to make specially made boxing gloves for this man, okay? He was also known for his durability. Sonny had a 17-year professional career, competing from 1953 to 1970. He came all the way up to the golden era with 54 total fights. He had 50 wins and 4 losses with 39 knockouts. And Sonny was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1991. I have no idea why he didn't go in the inaugural class in 1990. I do not know why they snubbed Sonny like that, man. He should have been right in the old timers category with the rest of them in 1990. Yeah. But just another stub. That was the story of his life, man. Getting disrespected like that. Sonny, no doubt, should have been in there in 1990 when they opened it. The rest of those old guys, man. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's take a quick break, man. Because I hope y'all in the raffle, man. Because if you're not, I don't know why you ain't. I don't know why you're not in it. I really don't. Okay. I really don't. But I'm gonna let Big Dre tell y'all about it again. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, I gotta take that off. Let me be quiet, because me and this tech.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise-canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, I can start talking again because me and technology don't get along. Now, Sonny Liston was last. Next is Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Most avoided fighters. 12 of the most avoided fighters of all time. Next is Marvelous Marvin. There's him and Sugar Ray Leonard. Okay. We got 50 likes yet. We need 30 more. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Okay. Appreciate everybody for rocking with me today, though. Really appreciate it. Because you could be anywhere doing anything else. So I appreciate you being here with me today. Now, Marvin Hagler was an avoided contender in the boxing world for many years. Okay. Despite his consistent performance in the ring, Hagler's path to the title was long and difficult. He was the top-ranked middleweight boxer for many years before he fought for the title. He struggled to find high-profile opponents willing to face him. In his early years, Smoking Joe Frazier told him, "You have 3 strikes against you. You're black, you're a southpaw, and you're good." That's what Smoking Joe told him. Now, Hagler often had to go to opponents' hometown just to get them to face him, and he still beat him. He was no doubt the most ducked boxer during the decade of 1970s, no doubt about it. Hagler was a right-handed fighter who was primarily trained in the southpaw stance, which helped him develop a sledgehammer jab because he had that dominant hand up front, right? You know, he used his diverse skill set to become a dominant middleweight champion and a destructive force in his Hall of Fame career. Okay. Hagler competed professionally from 1973 to 1987. He had a 14-year career. He ended his career with 62 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, and 52 wins by the knockout route. And Hagler was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1993. Okay. And yeah, man, Wednesday the shows come out of the chat. This one was brought to you by D1. I mean, not D1. D-Free. D-Free. Now, he's not even in here neither. He might be listening. I need some ideas for Wednesday shows. Put it in the chat. Is it in there? You know, I'm gonna get mad if it ain't in there by 4 o'clock. Stop. Okay. Put it in the chat. I had 3 membership clubs before they took my monetization. I had the first level was the put it in the chat club. The second level was Cass and Friends. Then we had the Box Story Society for the high level country club folks, the Box Story Society. But it'll be back next month. I even had a member. Yeah. Mr. Hot Grease. Down there from New Orleans, where Old School from. Okay. Most avoided, 12 of the most avoided fighters of all time. Next is Winky Wright. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting on up toward this era now. I got some chatter in the chat here. Thomas Hill says, Will I Am. Oh, he's talking to Old School. You gotta avoid acidic food, fam, and take certain supplements to counteract the effects of the ulcers. Post them. Yeah, I got ulcers too. Haven't bothered me in a while though. Yeah, because I did exactly what you said, T Hill. The acidic foods will do it. They don't agree with ulcers. Old School said Thomas Hill. He gave me some medicine. It's like drinking chalk. Yeah, Old School. I had some of that ulcer medicine, man. That shit is nasty. But you gotta drink it, man. Or they're also gonna stay on you. Them ulcers put you in some pain, boy, but them ulcers get a hold of you. Ooh, wee. That stomach get to hurt, man, you can't do nothing. Then I first felt that ulcer, I was damn near crying about it. I went to the emergency room. Wasn't no doctor's appointment. I went to the emergency room. But Winky Wright, yeah, get on that Old School, man. Don't make me get on you, man. Take your medicine, okay? I got an ulcer. Winky Wright, but take your medicine, you know, the ulcer will chill. But Winky Wright, yeah, I got Winky up. Now, Winky Wright didn't get picked up by a major promoter early in his boxing career. He had to fight overseas on European shows to begin his career. Now, he continued to be largely ignored by television and the leading promoters and the big names as far as fighters go. And because of his difficult high guard style, which seemed impenetrable, you know, Winky could, you know how you put up the peekaboo to protect your face? Winky's reach was so long, his elbows still went all the way down to his waist and protected his body too. He could be in the peekaboo and protect his face and his body at the same time. Winky Wright. Right, that's what kept a lot of people away from him, you know, their defense. Winky was sometimes someone other fighters only faced if they had to, right? He was a hard seller first to the major networks like HBO and Showtime. Winky had to fight on untelevised untelevised undercards, right? And had to make appearances on ESPN, Friday Night Fights, for small purses, as he chased the stars of the sport. But over time, Winky won people over. You know, he ended up having a International Boxing Hall of Fame career. You know, he went in with the class of 2018. Yeah. And Winky competed from 1990 to 2012, 12-year career as a pro. And he had a total of 58 fights, 51 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, 25 knockouts. Yeah, Winky. Winky was a great defensive fighter, man. He had that peekaboo was like impenetrable, man. I told you, he could cover his head all the way down to his waist, cover his head and body at the same time for the peekaboo. I thought my arms were long. I can't even do that. My elbows come like a little way past my chest when I go in the peekaboo. Winky went all the way down to his waist. Damn. Yeah. And that impenetrable defense kept a lot of the big names away from Winky early, man. Yeah. Boxing matchups with D Free. He came right in on Winky, D Free. Yeah. We like 8 people in there. Most avoided fighters of all time. But let me see. We had the Murderer's Row. We had Sam Langford. So we had Ezzard Charles. After Ezzard, we had who's after Ezzard? T Hill. Ezzard was a long one. Get back to it. After Ezzard was number 3. Wait a minute now. There's Ezzard right there. Was it Archie Moore? Anyway, we had Sonny Liston. Yeah, Archie Moore was after Ezzard. Sonny Liston. After Sonny, we had Marvin Hagler. Okay? And Winky we just did Winky. Yeah, we knew Winky had to be on there, right? D3. Yeah. Winky was on there. Well, next after Winky comes Paul Williams. Paul Williams made it. Yeah. Paul Williams was awarded during his career. He was. Paul Williams. Paul the Punisher Williams was considered one of the most avoided fighters in boxing during his career, right? Williams was 6'2", which was unusually tall for the weight classes he competed in. 140, 154, 160. He fought from the southpaw stance. As a versatile and unusual athlete with a high volume punching grip, okay? He was known for his ability to take a punch also. Now, Williams' boxing career was cut short in 2012 after being paralyzed from the waist down in a motorcycle accident. His career was cut short. And later in his career, Williams was getting good fights, but he still wasn't getting the big names that he deserved, okay? He was widely unknown due to being avoided by the biggest names in the sport during his career. And he was avoided due to his huge wingspan, a crazy work rate, and the power he had. Yep, Paul Williams. And his career lasted for 12 years, from 2000 to 2012. Hadn't it been for that motorcycle accident, he would have went further than that. He would have came on up toward 2017, 18. Yeah, we would have seen a lot more of Paul. But Paul still had 43 total fights, right? And he won 41, only had 2 losses, 27 knockouts. Paul Williams. Yeah. Avoided fighter. Yes, he was. Okay. Next, Triple G. Yep, Triple G was avoided. Gennady Golovkin, more commonly known to us as Triple G. There he is, Triple G. Gennady Golovkin. Now, Triple G was considered one of the most avoided fighters in boxing history, especially during his prime. Some say that many world champions in his division avoided fighting him for years. Triple G requested to fight Felix Stern and Sebastian Zivik, right? And he was repeatedly rejected by Universal, who Golovkin believed were trying to prevent him from winning a title, right? He called out WBA super champion Stern, but was unable to make the fight happen. And he did eventually become the unified WBA, WBC, IBF unified champion, right? At middleweight. That was at 160. And his boxing style was known for its precision, and he's also known for using a variety of techniques, including shifting, which involves pivoting on his lead foot to change stances, being able to fight from both stances. Triple G also uses his heavy jab as a distraction to his opponent, right? So his opponent doesn't notice when he shifts. And he had destructive power, a very durable chin and an insane gas tank that allowed him to outwork his opponent. And Triple G's career began in 2006. I guess he's still fighting. Is Triple G still active? I know he started in 2006, right? And he has 45 fights, 42 wins, 2 draws, 37 knockouts. That's not a bad knockout rate, 37 and 42. 88%. That's not bad at all. He's right up there around 90%. Triple G. Yeah, I told you I had a couple of few actives. I had like 4 active guys. We're gonna see if we can get into we're gonna talk about these some of the top trilogies, time permitting to. So we have a little time left. We got like 3 more, all active guys. I've been telling y'all all week that Demetrius Andrade was going to be on here. There he is. Yeah. And this show is brought to you by D Free. Wednesday's shows that come out of the chat. D Free gave me this idea too. And I need one for next week. Put it in the chat. Is one in there yet? Nope. Let's see what the lights look like. Yeah, we're getting up there. We ain't got 50 yet. Need like 29 more. Yeah. Demetrius Andrade makes it for us unavoided fighters. I tried to put a few from this area. Now, Demetrius Andrade has been considered by some as one of the most avoided fighters of this era that we're currently in, right? And Andrade has said that Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, who we just talked about being avoided, he ain't got nerve to avoid somebody. But Andrade said that Canelo Alvarez, Triple G, and Jamal Charlo, Big Charlo, avoided him, right? And some people say that Andrade didn't fight better quality opponents as other unbeaten world champions around his time, such as Bud Crawford, Jamal Charlo, and Tyson Fury. But how are you going to beat quality opponents when the quality opponents are avoiding you? Huh? That's a good question, right? Now, Andrade has held multiple world championships in 2 weight classes. His boxing style is known for being creative and unconventional, right? And it includes precise jabbing, powerful rights, and hooks. Now, he has the ability to avoid significant damage and control distance. Now, Andrade began his career in 2008, right? And he has 32 wins currently, with just 1 loss to the Mexican Monster. That was his last loss. Remember that one? He got stomped. And Andrade has 19 knockouts. Okay. Got a couple more. Next is Slick Shakur Stevenson. See, Shakur don't have no nickname, so I gave him one. Slick Shakur Stevenson is next on the most avoided fighters list. I told you he chased Oscar Valdez through 2 weight classes. And like I said, once he got Oscar in the ring, we saw why Oscar was running. We saw exactly why. And remember, Pitbull's father or somebody said they wasn't fighting Shakur. They want to chase him around the ring. But like I was saying earlier at the top of the show, people call him boring, but I know if that's boring, I know a whole lot of fighters would love to be boring because the man been a champion been in 3 weight divisions, been champion in all 3 of them. Never been beat. So if that's boring, I know a whole bunch of them would like to have that boring career so far. Champion in 3 different weight classes, undefeated. Every stop he's made, he's been champion at it. Currently a champion right now, as a matter of fact. But Shakur Stevenson is considered one of the most avoided fighters in boxing in this era. Former boxers, managers, and promoters have all called Shakur the most avoided fighter in the sport. Okay? Like I was saying, Shakur chased Oscar Valdez through 2 weight divisions before they finally faced each other. Pitbull Cruz's team stated he wouldn't fight Shakur, adding he didn't want to chase him around the ring. Remember? And here are some of the reasons why Shakur is considered so avoided. He's hard to hit. CompuBox rates Shakur as the hardest fighter to hit in boxing today. Okay? Star power. Shakur has become a star in main event when he was with ESPN, when he was on ESPN with Top Rank. But he was still unable to secure top-level opponents, top purses. Shakur has missed out on career paydays because of the lack of top-level opponents through no fault of his own, right? And Shakur's career began in 2017, and he has 22 total fights, of which he's won every one of them, right? With 10 knockouts, okay? And finally, most avoided fighters list. Mike Mazik. What's up, Mike Mazik? How you doing today? We're down to the last of the most avoided fighters, Mike. Well, this lasts longer than I thought it would. But salute, Mike, in the building, okay? And finally, the last one is none other than, come on, move, thing. Jaron Boots Ennis, okay? Jaron Boots Ennis. I had to put stuff in this era, and the man is avoided, okay? Now, Jaron Ennis is no doubt the most avoided fighter in boxing today. It's difficult for him to get fights, you know, get the top level guys at 147 to face him. Many people think he could get the top level fights he's looking for at 154, you know, the next weight division up. But Ennis has made it clear he wants to clean out 147, you know, become a 4-belt undisputed champion there before he leaves 147. Eddie just did him a big disservice not getting that Brian Norman fight. But are they still negotiating for that? Anybody? I don't know. The man wants to be undisputed. Eddie was supposed to get that for him. You know, they lost the purse bid by $500,000. Could have got that from Turkey. You know, they done business. You know? Eddie dropped the ball on that one, man. Boots made it. Eddie knew Boots wanted to be undisputed. That was another belt for him. So yeah, not only is he avoided, his promoter letting him down. But anyway, currently Ennis is the IBF champion at welterweight. He's been ordered by the IBF, last I heard, to defend the belt against the track star, Perrin, you know, in a rematch. And one huge reason Boots is avoided is he's one of the best fighters in the sport today. His style is characterized by a combination of power, speed, and skill, as well as a variety of tactics, right? Stance switching, okay? He's a switch hitter. Boots frequently changes stances while moving around the ring, which can confuse opponents and allow him to adjust quickly, you know, when he switches. Confuses opponents and adjusts quickly into his new stance, right? Footwork. Boots uses footwork to move in and out of range, which helps him control the pace of his fight. Punches. Boots' punches are powerful and high output, and he often delivers combinations, feints, and it uses feints to create openings and confuse his opponents. Dynamic combinations. Boots uses combinations that change levels and angles to disrupt his opponent's rhythm and defense. Evasion. When against the ropes, Boots evades punches and quickly moves back to regain control of the center of the ring. Okay? So you see why they avoid him? If I was fighting at 147, a box at 147, I would avoid him too, right? And Boots' career began in 2016. He has 33 total fights, 32 wins, no losses, but he had that one no contest, remember? I forgot who that was against. Oh, yeah. I know, but I don't know. But he had one no contest. And 29 knockouts. That's a hellacious knockout rate. Let me find that out. 29 knockouts, 33 fights. That's up around 90. Might be 90. 87. That ain't bad. 87.8, so you might as well say 88. Deron Boots Senate. There you have it. Some of the most avoided fighters in boxing today. And it's 325. I had a backup plan, but hey, it's almost link time, so I'm gonna put the link in. Okay. Anybody is welcome to come chop it up, chop it down. Tell me how much you enjoyed this show or how much you hated it. And if you didn't like it, hit the down thumb. Hit one of them. It all matters. You know. Hit the Cash App. And tomorrow is boxing and the state series continues. Kentucky, you know, a little history of boxing in Kentucky. Some other significant events that occurred concerning boxing over the years in Kentucky. And the segment, The Boxers from Kentucky. Got a couple big ones. Muhammad Ali, Jimmy Ellis. Is it Jimmy Ellis or Jimmy Young? I get them mixed up. I think it's Jimmy Ellis from Kentucky. Yeah. You know, because when Jimmy Ellis and Muhammad fought, I told you, Angelo trained both of them. But for that fight, Angelo was in Jimmy Ellis's corner because Angelo was Ali's trainer, but it was Jimmy Ellis's trainer and manager. And at that time, you got a bigger portion of the bigger percentage of the bag from being the manager. So it was a no-brainer. Angelo said, I'm going to be in Jimmy's corner because he'd make more money off of the fight, right? And I forgot who Ali had. He had some legendary trainer. That'll come back to me. Yeah. But it didn't matter. Ali still won. You know, a lot of fighters that would have affected your training from day one in the other corner, but it didn't even bother Ali, right? Yeah, he won it. Let me get this link in. Appreciate everybody for rocking with me today. Really appreciate it. Salute to everybody in the building. Mike Mavick came in the building. Salute, Mike. Good to see you, bro. Mike is a regular on Cash Sports. Big time supporter. Always hitting the Cash App. I told you, if I had more supporters like Mike Mavick, I would be rich. Man. I would be getting rich off of this YouTube. Mike Mavick and Lonnie Lee. I'd be doing this show from the Bahamas somewhere. Salute, Mike. Appreciate you 1,000%, bro. Oh, wait, while I'm doing the link, let's see what Big Dre talking about one more time. How about that? Is that acceptable? Because we got some great prizes, man. Now, one person can win all three of them. Yes, they can. Oh, wait a minute.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just Cash App your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network One. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle, our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network One. That's JBT Network One. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
You're in there. Yeah, that's all you got to do. It ain't hard. And 3 fantastic prizes. And what we got now, like October 12th, right? What is that? It's a little over 2 weeks, something like that. You're in there, man. Can't beat that. Want to be 3 winners? No, not necessarily. It might be 1 winner. You get the block of 25. One person can win all of them. Okay? So, yeah. I wish I could get in it, man. You know? But if we give away that car, I'm getting in that. I'm just going to get out the JBT for a month or 2. And then when the raffle over, I get back in. So nobody can stay. Cash Sports is the treasurer. How he win? Now, I wasn't in the JBT when I won that car. But yeah, October 12th, like I said, we're doing a joint show of all the channels, all the shows, and we're gonna have a drawing the day of the Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol fight. Who y'all got in that one? I got Bivol. He's gonna be able to move around that big master box, and you're gonna get hit. Bivol in box too, and you know he's gonna catch up with him, but I think Bivol is gonna Beterbiev is gonna catch him with some, but Bivol is gonna be able to stay out of harm's way for the most part and get a 12-round close, competitive, unanimous decision. And the good thing about it is coming up. We are at season, not a bad card at all. Coming up soon, man. Yeah. And let me see. I had about the trilogies, the best trilogies of all time. Well, you know what the best one is that one from the Thriller in Manila, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. Okay, that's how because I used to say Joe Frazier, not Frazier, Frazier. And but they had some other good ones too. Let me get them up here real quick for you. What was it? Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales. Yeah, that was a good one. Benny Parrott versus Emma Griffith. Emma Griffith ended up killing him because Benny Parrott called Emma Griffith a faggot in the last weigh-in or something. And Emma had him up against them ropes, wailing away on him, man, and killed him. You know, you got to watch what you say, man. You got to go in there and fight that guy. He might have let up. You know, he had that in his mind. Yeah. Killed him in the ring. Michael, let's pull it up. Michael Carvajal had a good one. What Berto, what was his last name? Umberto, Riddick Bowe and Holyfield. Bo won, Mike says, Bivol gonna get him out of there. Mike called the Triple D stoppage. Mike got Bivol getting him out of there. Old School got Beterbiev. Oh shit, Old School, don't tell me that, man. I'm gonna get it. We got plenty of time, Old School. I don't know what happened, man. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute, man. I told you about me and technology. Okay? Don't pay me no attention. That's right. What's wrong, Old School? Let me see. What the hell is wrong? I don't see what's wrong. Oh, yeah, I see it. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah, I see what I did. You know, me and technology, man. Give me like count to 30, old school, it'll be in there. Okay. Count to 30. From 30 to 1 backwards. By the time you finish, it'll be in there. Count 30 to 1 backwards. Yeah, I got Vival though. Sorry about that. But me and technology are enemies. I don't hate technology, but technology definitely hates me. For sure. I don't know why, but it's coming. This one is guaranteed to be right. If this one ain't right, I'll go off the air forever. Okay, here it comes. Oh, wait a minute. Getting ready to mess up. What is that? Okay, take this one to the bank. Yeah, I see exactly what I hit under. Because, you know, I got to be quiet while I'm doing this technology stuff. We still got plenty of time, though. Let's try it again. Okay. Well, let me get that out the way. How's everybody doing today, though, man? It's hump day. It's all downhill from there. If you're a working person, it's all downhill from there. You know? To these 4 parts. Code box tonight says device not connected, old school. It's not the link this time. Go out, come back. There you go, old school. You're in the building. What's up, old school?
Tap.
Not too much. Another day. You got Beterbiev, man?
Yeah, I went back and watched some of his old fights. I've seen him get outboxed. I've seen him get outboxed before.
Mm-hmm.
But he always finds a way to beat his opponent down, break that body down, and just get him out of there. Mm-hmm. And I don't see no difference in him doing that to Bivol.
Yeah. Bivol has found a way so far, too. He's undefeated.
Yeah, you know? I don't know if he can take that punch.
That's true.
That dude hits hard. I mean, people don't give him credit for how hard that man punches. And he works your whole body and arms and everything else over.
Yeah, I think Bivol going to be able to stay away from all that for the most part. Now, he's going to catch him some, but I don't think he's going to be able to punish Bivol like he's been doing people. You know what I mean?
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm around with Beterbiev. That dude reminds me of a damn Terminator.
Yeah, he's a bad dude, man. What is he, 38 or 39, old fool?
I don't know. I think he's 39.
Okay. Yeah, I know he's up there, man. Father Time might show up that night. You know?
Yeah, they've been saying that for the last few years about it.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That will be a good fight.
What's Derek James fighting that fought him? I can't remember his name.
Derek James? I can't either. Oh, you know, I want to ask you, old school. The British guy, Johnny, that be commentating. Now, you're a history guy. He made a statement this morning. I didn't agree with this. He said the winner between Bivol and Beterbiev will be the greatest light heavyweight of all time. No, that's what I said, man. Not even top 5. I got 5 of them in front of him. Maybe top 10.
And top 10.
Yeah.
The one thing about Beterbiev is he's as close as you're going to get to an old school, like one of them old 1950s and 60s fighters.
Yeah, you could put him in any era, and he would be successful for sure.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
And as hard as them guys over there in Russia, Ukraine, places like that,
Mm-hmm.
They don't have much of a life. All they do is train all the time.
That's right. I know.
You know, they don't go. You know, they literally take their shit seriously. They don't do that. They don't go to bed with their wives. All of that crap when they're training.
Right. No kids.
I mean,
or nothing, none of that.
Yeah, I mean, they take this shit serious as a heart attack.
Yeah. What's up, Tim Layton? Yeah, Al Booker, Johnny Nelson. That's him. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's true, old school. Yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna tell you, you were talking about looking for another show to do. You ought to do one on. You ought to do one on. What you call it? Boxing during the Depression era.
Oh,
there's a lot of good stories from that era. Because back then, they had trouble selling tickets because the whole nation was going through money problems and.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And the only people that were kind of making money were fighters back then.
Yeah, that's true, old school. During the Depression,
right?
And,
so there's a lot of good stories that came out of that.
Yeah, and boxing gave people something to do too. You know, during the Depression. Yeah, to watch and everything, because everything was kind of like shut down. Wasn't no money flowing, man. You know. It was a terrible time. Yeah.
People were literally fighting just to get a job.
I know. It was crazy. Yeah. That's a good one. I wrote it down. Boxing during the Depression. Yeah.
Yep.
You've been busy lately, haven't you? At work and everything?
Yeah. Today I had to take off. I had to go to the doctor. Damn ulcers.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one of them things. They're terrible, man. They gave you some of that nasty stuff to drink. Yeah.
Oh, God, that shit. Oh, had me gagging my freaking...
I know. Yeah. I just take pills now, though. But at first, man, I went to the emergency room. That shit, ooh. No,
I got lucky. I was going to go to the emergency room, and then the doctor's office called me back, said somebody canceled, I could come in, so...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was right on time, then. Yeah.
Because I had called them yesterday evening when I got off work before they shut down and told them, I said, I need to get in. I said, I'm doubled over. I can't even hardly walk standing up.
Did you know that Ali had one fight before Angelo Dundee in his corner?
No, I didn't know that.
Is Jimmy Ellis? Is it Jimmy? I get him and Jimmy Young. Is Jimmy Ellis the one that's from Louisville, right? The Angelo Dundee train too? I think it's Jimmy Ellis.
Oh God, I can't remember.
But when him and Ali fought, Angelo was in Ellis's corner because he was Ali's trainer, but he was Ellis's trainer and manager, and you got a bigger share of the bag by being manager. So, but I did know who Ali had for that fight, but I can't remember who it was. You know, Angelo went back to him after that fight, but somebody named Sam something. Yeah, pretty legendary trainer he had for that fight. Yeah, but it didn't matter. It was Ali, you know. Didn't matter who was in his corner. Yeah.
Like you were talking about with Sonny Liston, a lot of people were avoiding that dude.
I know.
Ali even said, he was scared to death of Sonny Liston.
Yeah, that's why he was acting so crazy. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Trying to hide how scared he was.
Yeah, people looked at Sonny Liston. People looked at Sonny Liston as a bone breaker in the ring. You know?
He was just destroying people. And you know, when Floyd Patterson kept Floyd away from him, and when Floyd finally fought him, you saw why, man. You know, he destroyed Floyd Patterson. He didn't get out of the first round, neither fight.
Cuz did everything he could to keep him away from him till he couldn't no more.
Right. And we saw exactly why.
When he went overseas and fought the British champion.
Yeah.
And beat him. And that forced the fight. And then Cuz had no choice but to put him in the ring.
Yeah. And it showed. Floyd
it showed why he didn't want him anywhere near him.
Yeah, Floyd was small, man, to be in there with Sonny. You know? Because Floyd came I think he came from middleweight or something. And they were against this big, bad killer like Sonny Liston, man.
Floyd didn't have the best chin, let's face it.
That's right. He sure didn't. He always had that on him, that chin. No, his son was a champion too. Is there any Floyd Patterson and his son? Is there any other father sons that was world champion? I couldn't think of it. I think it's Floyd and his son, Tracy Harris Patterson. The only father son ever been world champion. I can't think of any other ones. You know, father sons. No,
I can't think of any either.
I think
both of them were actually made champion anyway.
Because Julio Cesar Chavez' son never won a title, did he? Junior?
I don't think he did. He wasn't that good to begin with.
That's right. He sure wasn't. He just went on his father's name, really, mainly, you know.
Yep.
Julio Cesar
There's a lot of them that went off their father's name and got destroyed when they got in the ring with the big boys.
Marvis Frazier.
Yeah.
I don't think his mind was really in boxing. I think it was something his father wanted him to do, you know?
Right.
Because, he went in there and I think Tyson beat him in like 30 seconds or something.
Hell, look at Shane Mosley's son. He's good, but he's not that good, you know?
Is he still fighting?
I don't know.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Didn't he fight not that long ago?
Oh, he still did. I think he fought this year, matter of fact. Yeah. I think he did fight this year. And,
you don't see a lot of the sons being able to have the success like the father did, you know?
No, you sure don't. You know, Aaron Pryor's son was a boxer, but he didn't. He had like a record of like 2-15 or something. His son was a fighter. Yeah. But nobody never heard of him because he wasn't that good, you know? Yeah. And what we got this week? We got a lot of women's fights this weekend, man.
I haven't even gotten a chance to check. I worked yesterday, day before, and then went to the doctor today. I saw you on. I said, let me go click in.
Yeah. You know, me too. D1 came on yesterday morning. Yeah.
Cool.
D1 did. Angry White Men show.
That's 10. My guy.
Did a pretty good show. He had a couple guys up there with him. T. Hill and Ryan Frazier was up there, helped him out. It was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I was at work.
Yeah. So that was good.
Yeah, he even asked me before I left if I wanted to go on. I said, dude, I got to go to work. I can't do that.
Yeah. Y'all been doing y'all thing on Friday nights though, man. Y'all flowers.
We've been getting better at it.
Yeah.
Every time we have a live, I go back and rewatch it, and I watch the comments, make notes, see what we're doing good, see what we're doing bad, and then try and improve.
Yeah. And y'all get the engagement from the people on what y'all be talking about and everything, man. People be interested, you know. The main thing.
Well, I'll try to do my homework before we go on. That way I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah. You're a boxing guy anyway, though, man. So, you know. Once you get to rolling and the conversation get to going, it all just come to you, you know.
Yep.
You know, when I first start out, I always be a kind of nervous. But once I get to talking and everything, and the people start coming in, it just, you know, everything.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The first couple of shows, I was nervous as hell.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's how it goes. But y'all doing great over there, man. JBT Network.
Now I'm just used to it. Now I know. Like I said, I make notes, and I make notes before we're going on for the topics and stuff. So I kind of keep everything flowing, and then I got him to do the same thing, so we just kind of work off that.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
I learned you got to engage with the comments. If you don't engage with the comments, got to.
Yeah, people like to hear, you know, you commenting on what they talking about and everything. You know, that keep people engaged with you too. Yeah.
That was some of the mistakes I made in the first couple. I wasn't watching the comments. Now I go back and forth watching the comments.
They go Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay. That's Jay Hardcore. What's up, Jay Hardcore? That was, it's Wednesday. We had Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay today, too. Another Friday. Yeah, I forgot all about it. There's so much going on in this JBT. Yeah.
We need to get BNN doing live.
I know. CNN do a lot of the post fights, you know, after the fights and stuff.
Yeah, he used to do a little show, man, during the week.
He said he was thinking about it. Ryan Frazier said he's thinking about coming on board too. You know, Ryan Frazier, boxing from Canada.
Right.
Yeah. He said he was thinking about coming on board. We're gonna have this thing going all day soon. Al Booker need to do one. I'm just messing with Al Booker. Al Booker is a historian too. He knows a lot about Jack Johnson. Yep. Well, they had Austin Trout on there, Old School, today. Oh, I know Jay said this morning they was going to have a special guest. Damn. I'm going to have to do the replay.
I'm going to have to go back and check it out.
Yeah, you can always do that replay. That's the good thing about it. Man, you know, one time, I didn't even know, Jay told me, I had 2,000 views on the show. The one, I think it was the champions, the best boxers that never won a title.
Right.
So yeah, people go. Yeah, you get a lot of attention, you know, on those replays, man. Man, I only had like 20 after the actual live ended. Wow.
Hey, when you put out good work, people will go back and check it out.
Yeah, yeah, man, and both of those ones that we did got good views on those too, man.
Yeah, we did good.
And what was the other one? Max Bayer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Max Bayer. We got pretty good views on those. A lot of people like history.
Things are starting to slow down. I'm gonna let you know when I'm free.
Yeah.
Should be able to do one soon.
We still got Ali, right? Muhammad Ali.
But didn't you just do Ali the other day?
No. No.
Thought I saw that in the title on yours.
That was
something about Ali's opponents.
That might have been, I think it was something about, I was talking about the most significant people, but it wasn't, he was just part of it, you know?
Right.
Like the 50 most significant people in boxing history. Yeah. He was number one. Yeah. You know, Don King and the Bob Father was up there. Both of them been promoting for over 50 years and still doing it. Bob Father got a card this weekend, don't he? Yeah.
I don't know.
Love them or hate them, they've been very significant to the sport, both of them, man. You know, somebody said that.
I heard Don King was in the hospital, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. That his health, he was in bad health right now. I think he's 92 years old, right?
It's amazing that dude's still going.
Yeah, him and Bob Father the exact same age. They're like a couple months apart. Yep, still going, man. Bob Father going strong. You know?
It's amazing Bob still does this.
I'm serious, man. He actually started in the 60s because he had another one before Top Rank called Main Belt with the Nation of Islam. They was mainly promoting Ali's fights. Right?
Yeah, I remember seeing a couple of video clips and I could see Bob in the back when he was young. I said, God damn, that's Bob.
Yep, before Top Rank, man. Yep.
Yep.
So he's gone on almost 60 years, really. You know? Yeah. And him and Don they even had exchanged hands one time. Him and Don did, man.
Really? I didn't know that.
But back in the 70s, like the pushing and shoving, you know. But they always, when it came to making money.
Don's a big dude. He'd be killing little bitty Bob.
Yeah. But when it came to making that money, they put their differences aside and made that money together, man. They always did that. They never let that interfere with the money. They made a lot of fights together, man. Like
let me ask you, where you think AJ goes from here?
AJ? I think he can fight his way back. How old is AJ? Old School.
He's in his 30s.
30s?
Yeah.
I think he can come back, man. The way boxing is now.
No, I don't know, dude.
Tio, what's up?
He can't change the fact that he can't get his head off the line. He's been with multiple trainers and still has no head movement. And that chin is so suspect.
That's a problem. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem. He can't take a punch.
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
What up, Thomas Hill?
Where you been, T Hill?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good, fellas? What's good?
Not too much. Just chopping it up. That's all. I thought you had left out.
Nah, I'm at the court building right now. I'm at the court building, so my availability wasn't available at the time. But
that's cool.
Yeah. So I came up because I just got a brief time where I could get up here. I'm sorry I'm late.
Yeah.
But I got 4 people. I got 4 people already.
Yeah.
I said I got to get my daily
I
fix.
thought you got hung up with that Diddy shit, bro.
No, man. I don't diddy bop.
You thought T Hill was mixed up in that,
Nah, you ain't never seen me at no party. I stay to myself, bro. I don't no parties at home, man.
Right.
Saying them days is over.
It's crazy.
So
Something new
I'm over there. I'm over there I'm chilling at the court office, man. And one thing you'll see about
school, a lot of them stars is worried, man.
Oh yeah, bro. They better be worried too.
Yeah.
Not just stars, they're politicians that are better worry about this shit.
That's what I mean. A lot of them big wigs is worried, man. Like whose name
a lot of people.
Oh, Diddy went from living like a king. Now he's sitting in a prison cell, and he's probably gonna be there for life. Ain't that a damn? Ain't that the shit, huh?
He can forget that. They ain't letting him out.
They ain't letting him out. They know he'll run.
Yeah, he got the means to do it. You know.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. You like the way Diddy pop?
Yeah, he's done. Look at Corgan.
So
They've been after him for a while though, man. And when the feds get you, they got you. They got recordings, pictures. They got everything. They don't make no move until they got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's done. Unless he got somebody.
We will probably never get a list of everybody that was at them parties either.
No. You know, last week the vice president of Warner Brothers Records resigned. His name came up in that shit. Yeah, around last Thursday or Friday. Or either Diddy was talking. He resigned.
TD Jakes had to step down from being the church pastor.
What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Not TD.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yep, they had him on film.
Man.
His church made him step down.
Yeah. Wow, that's huge there, man. Damn.
Like I said, there's a lot of people sweating right now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's terrible, man. But they should have known better, man, you know?
So William Old School, man. Let me ask you this. You my man 50.
I can't hear you.
Say it again, T.O. You went on mute.
So you my man 50 grand and all, but first thing you gotta do, you gotta avoid the acidic foods, bro. No more that good spice that you like to put up in that food, because I know you be over there cooking and you be putting that andouille up in there, all that dang heat up in there.
Me and that doctor went round and round. I said, you might as well put a bullet in my head if I can't eat my goddamn food.
Oh, 93 Al Booger, okay. Al Booger said he's 93.
Also, on Mondays, you're supposed to be up here with your boy Kaz, man. We got to see you a little bit more often on Mondays, man. We love to get your take.
Yeah, I got to freaking make time, man. Lately, they've been having me busy, thank God, for once. And now we got another damn storm heading this way. Hopefully, it looks like it's going to go to Florida, though, thank God.
Bayou Classic. It's the Bayou Classic, baby. You know how they get in the Bayou.
Yeah.
That's the one thing one of the things I can't stand about Louisiana is we always got to worry about these freaking storms.
Yeah, no. He says another one coming. Damn.
Y'all be having mad.
You would figure we're going in October, that shit would be over with, but hell no.
Damn. Did hear something about another storm down that way though the other day? Yeah. It was like toward Florida or something like that, right?
Yeah. That's what they're saying. They're saying between Florida and Alabama, it's going to hit.
Okay. Yeah.
We're going to get a bunch of wind off of it. If we do, I might be able to do a show Thursday or Friday with you, Cass. I'll let you know.
Okay. Any day. The day don't matter. Just let me know, man.
Yeah.
Please slide it on in there, and do it.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali. I don't even need no notes for him, man. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm old and half senile, so I got to make notes.
Yeah. It's always good to have notes, though, Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I cannot stand getting old.
Yeah, well,
man.
a lot of people don't make
good,
it,
bro. You just got to do it the right way.
Yeah, well, bro, I've always been the one, like my family will tell you. I've always been the strong one. I've always been the one. Everybody jumps on my back when they need somebody strong. I cannot stand getting old.
Hey, well, I am. Let me share with you this product called Flavay, man. You take that Flavay, it gets you right, man. The things that hurt and ache, it starts to help. It's nothing but antioxidants combined
My doctor
together.
was talking about putting me on testosterone.
Are you on that testosterone?
No, that's what he's talking about putting me on. Because I told him, I said, I'm running out of, I'm running out of energy, dude. I'm tired all the freaking time.
Okay.
I ain't never been like that.
Also, that's all them years of being angry, man. The anger be catching up at you at the time. What you ever feel out rage? How that rage tire you out after a while? You get real wild up, and the next thing you know, you tired as hell. I know. If you taking effect, how you doing, Mr. All right. And you gotta hit that stress test a little less.
But he was telling me, he's like, you're probably stressed all the time. I said, I am stressed all the time. I said, if you go through what I go through with the money problems, I said, you'd be stressed too. He's like, well, that's what's making your ulcers act up also.
Yeah, no, big time. Big time. Stress will take everything out.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's why that product that I was talking about on Flavay, man, it helps to calm that down.
Okay.
So,
I think I'm gonna get on the testosterone, dude. Try and help myself motivate me a little more.
Yeah, we gotta get ready to get on up out of here too, because it's now 4 o'clock.
Man.
Time for the voice.
All right, Cass, thanks for having me on. Thomas, take it easy,
Appreciate your old school. Yeah.
Wait. Shout out to my guy, William Old School. Will I Am, the Raging Cajun brother from another mother. And shout out to my man.
Check out Angry White Men podcast, y'all.
Hey, stop by and entertain yourself. Because sometimes when people say things from an angry point of view, it's still its own. So go and check out the Angry White Men podcast. Let in a little bit of that B1, a little bit of that William I Am, and enjoy some boxing talk from an angry man's perspective. Shout out to the Boxtorian, Mr. Cass Sports.
Peace.
Shout out to his better half, Mrs. Cass. Shout out to the JBT Network and to the chat.
A salute to Thomas Hill.
But he is a nobody. He's a nobody that knows bodies.
No, come on, man. You're one of the main parts of this JBT, man. You like the glue. You everywhere. Keeping everything together. Yeah. Okay, did you drop off to you? Let me see. What did I do? Okay, we get ready to get out of here. It's now time for Just Do Boxing, 4 p.m. Appreciate your old school. We had Just Do Boxing was in the building. Boxing Talk with Frankie and Jay, Tim Layton, hashtag JBT, Mike Mazik, Alonso Amazing, Al Booger, Melanin Queen 27, Real Hattie, Goose Gas Boxing Jazz, and more. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT, Big Supreme, hashtag AMC FSG, Let's Talk Fashion, hashtag JBT, Mike Rim, the Mighty Rise podcast was in here, hashtag JBT, and Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. Oh yeah, D Free was here too from the winning team. Today's show was brought to you by D Free, as a matter of fact. We're gonna put this Cass Sports on into the history books, right? But I will be back with another one tomorrow because you know, if it's Monday through Friday at 2 p.m., it's the Boxtorian bringing you all that boxing history. Just do boxing straight ahead. Cat Sports signing off. Everybody have a great afternoon.